Hello and welcome to a new episode of Experiencing Infdev Plus. In between the episode, I've decided to change my plans up a bit for this episode. So instead of expanding my home at the beginning of the episode, I've decided to go exploring. I've also decided to add some other plans to my list of plans. Those being to build a carrot and pumpkin farm, zombie farm, spider farm, and an animal farm. The reason why I want a zombie farm is because the old one doesn't work anymore. And I just want to build a new one, and I want a way to get more chainmail. The spider because the old one isn't working, and I want more string. The carrot farm because I just want to build a carrot farm since the carrots are in Infdev Plus. And there's the potato farm and animal farm, which I want to build. Those I want to build because certain foods like baked potatoes, cooked venison, and stuff like that give you special effects. So, for example, if I eat this piece of cooked venison, I get strength. If I were to eat baked potato, I would get resistance. There's also pumpkin pie, which gives you speed. Bread gives you haste. And good cooked fish gives you respiration, and so on. So I am planning on building a farm inside a forest where I should be able to get some venison. But I'll show you how the farm works once I get to it. Up next, I've done a small bit of progress in this area. You might remember that in the last episode I talked about how I want to have Fungus room into a room where I store my dungeon items, which is exactly what I did. As you can see, each part is themed after the corresponding dungeon, or dungeon in this case because it's the Tree of Life combined with the Slime Lair, which reminds me. The Stronghold, you can see the items in there. And there's the Lich castle, I only have the boots, and so on. So now we should get exploring. The reason why I'm going exploring is because there has been a new mechanic introduced in some of the newer nightly builds, that being Enchanting. You enchant your tools or weapons or armor by using some scrolls. These scrolls can be found either in can be either obtained from suspicious sand by using brush on it, or from certain dungeons. So I'm going to now try to find some new chunks where some suspicious sand should be. But there should be some unexplored chunks in that area, so I'm going to go there, and once I found some suspicious sand, I'll record them, let you know. Not long after I have ended recording the last clip, I have discovered a batch of suspicious sand. As you can see, it has got different texture from the regular sand, where you can quite see. And unlike modern, the suspicious sand generates out in the open in these patches instead of generating like in the desert pyramids or I don't really remember where suspicious sand generates in modern MC, but in here it generates out here in the open. As you can see, I have found this suspicious sand in the wasteland, but it can also generate in deserts. I think that there's also going to be like suspicious gravel added that is going to generate inside like structures, but Oh, I don't feel like finding it yet. Anyway, as you can see, by brushing the sand, I can obtain various items. One of those items being, well, can be for example a diamond, but I can also find scroll. So I'm going to try, oh, to dig through this suspicious sand and hopefully find some scrolls that I can use later for enchanting. Alright, I have finished clearing out the 2 patches of suspicious sand that I've found. As you can see, it took kind of long, as I started during the day and now night has started. Anyway, I found quite a few things I got quite a few things from the suspicious sand, mainly for example some diamonds, iron, sapphire, ruby, some of the new records, and of course 2 scrolls. Scroll of protection, which I can apply to some of my armor, and scroll of sharpness, which I can apply onto my sword. One important thing to note is that the scrolls can be applied to like dungeon items, so that being like the dungeon weapons and dungeon armor. Anyway, I'm now going to try and find some more of these suspicious sand and, like for example here, and find some more stuff so that I can hopefully find some more scrolls that I can use later in the episode for enchanting. In the end, I haven't had that much luck when it comes to finding some new scrolls. In the end, I've only discovered 2 scrolls out of the 128 suspicious sand books that I've gone through. So, and I don't feel like going through any more of the suspicious sand, so now I'm going to get exploring and hopefully find a dungeon and some scrolls inside of it. So I'll show you once I find a dungeon. That is, if I hopefully find a dungeon. As you can see, in the end I've managed to get successful and managed to find a stronghold. Well, to be more exact, I actually managed to find 2 strongholds right next to one another. So I got loot from 2 strongholds. These are the items I got from here, plus a new record. At first I didn't get lucky. That was when I was searching in the area close to the desert, but I decided to go to a different area, and I went to the area that is near the oak log farm that I made like previous episodes, and there I got successful, and I managed to find these strongholds. Only one of these strongholds has got some libraries. It has got 2 libraries. I haven't checked them out yet, but there should be some chests which have got some items inside of them, but I haven't checked yet if there are any scrolls. So take a look. There's one, and there's another. Looks like no scroll, but we got the Book of Lore, Volume 2. Flying touch. Anyway, let's check out the second chest. Found that as second Book of Lore. So I think there's another chest. Anyway, now onto the second library. It should be this way. Go down here through this corridor, turn left, go down. Where's the boss room? Anyway, we go down and into the library. This library is smaller and only has 1 floor. And if we take a look, it's just somewhere. Sure, there it is. And we've got a scroll of unbreaking. So we only got a scroll from this stronghold. Anyway, I said I got lucky because I found 2 strongholds, but as it turns out I've gotten even luckier. I said that I managed to get even luckier because I actually found a battle tower that generated next to these strongholds. Anyway, you might notice that the gear that I currently have is different from the one that I had before, because I actually recorded this clip before, but for some reason it didn't get recorded properly. Anyway, so I'm recording it sometime after that clip. Anyway, the important thing that I wanted to share with you in here is that I actually managed to find some scrolls in here. 3 actually. I think they were 2 sharpness scrolls and 1 protection. I can't remember right now. Anyway, what I got plans for this place. I would like to make some zombie farm here, and also creeper farm. There are these 2 creeper spawners and a spider farm, since there are these 2 spider spawners. The farm is, this place is not that far away from my tree farm, so I would like to build a railroad here. I would like to travel here using minecart, since I likely won't use this place often. I'm not sure when will I build this farm, because they are kind of like low priority. So that's it for this clip, and in the next clip I'm I'll be going exploring further. It appears that luck is on my side, as I've managed to find a Lich castle not too long after discovering the Stronghold. So I'll now explore it. Hopefully I'll be able to find some scrolls and also some better loot than in the previous Lich castle. And in the previous Lich castle I've only managed to find one lousy pair of boots, so hopefully this one has some better stuff in it. In the end, there were no scrolls to be found in this dungeon, so now it is time to go into the main tower and try to defeat the boss. Hopefully this will go better than last time. So here is the key. Now it's time to check out the loot that I get from the boss. Okay, it seems that this time I've gotten more lucky and I've got more stuff in the chest, so that's good. Anyway, I think I'll try. I'll now try to find some more scrolls in the desert because I think that this is enough exploring for now. And once I'm done with it, I'll show you the result and show you how enchanting works. I would like to use this clip as an opportunity to remind you that lucky coins are a thing and they can be used on the suspicious sand. So if you want to gather some scrolls from the suspicious sand, you should equip the lucky coin. And I would like to also say I want to talk about the change which has been made to all the equipable charms like the lucky coin. The change is that they are now unbreakable, similar to the Elytra. So if you use it and you run out of durability, it won't completely break. So you can repair it after that. But I can't show it now since I've only just grabbed the coin and since I forgot to use it. Anyway, I'll go mining later, so show you that once. I'll show you that later in a later clip. Now that I have managed to get enough scrolls, it is time for me to get enchanting. As you can see, there are 6 types of scrolls so far, that being efficiency, unbreaking, power, protection, sharpness, and end to scroll. They work kind of like the enchanted books in Minecraft, in that you can take your tool, weapon, or whatever you want to enchant and apply the effect onto the tool or weapon or whatever. Anyway, but there is a difference between this and Modern C. The difference being that the level of the enchantment depends on what tool tier you're applying it on. So, for example, if you are applying sharpness onto a diamond sword, it will get sharpness 1. However, if you are to apply it on a stone sword, it will get sharpness 5, for example. You can also see that it costs a lot of points, which is why I've decided to get a lot of points. Wait, allow. I decided to enchant the diamond sword with sharpness. Also, diamond sword with diamond pickaxe with efficiency. There's also protection, which I would like to use. You might have also noticed that there are some of these empty scrolls. These empty scrolls were kind of like books, normal books in Mussorgsky, in that you can apply some of the enchantments onto them by using the gems. So, for example, emerald will give you unbreaking, ruby will give you sharpness, and so on. Basically, it's color dependent. So you get sapphire for efficiency, amethyst for power, and topaz for protection. So if I surround the scroll with emerald, I get a scroll of unbreaking. I decided to make some unbreaking scrolls since I only managed to get one. So now I have 4. As you can see, the golden armor has got protection too. If I were to apply it onto diamond armor, it would have protection 1. Anyway, I'm going to now apply the unbreaking onto sword. As you can see, it has only unbreaking 1. And then will work. Anyway, I'd say it's very simple. And as you can see, it cost me quite a lot of points. Anyway, I'm now going to go get explore and to test these out. So, see what I'd say the enchantments have definitely improved my gear so far. You can see when I'm you can see that the sharpness effect is being applied by the red particles, which show up when I'm hitting mobs. So, plus I get protected more by the armor, since you can see I took quite a lot of hits, but didn't take that much damage, so that's definitely good. But of course the improvement isn't that much, since I applied the enchantments onto my diamond sword and diamond pickaxe, and all the enchantments there are only level 1, and for the armor they are only level 2, but I say it's still an improvement. That's good. Anyway, I'll try to make sure that my armor and those don't break, so that I can repair them later, and in the meantime I'll try gathering some resources, since I've brought a lucky coin, so I should be able to get quite a lot of stuff. Also, I've just noticed that the suspicious sand generates underground in these desert caves, so if you want, you can try looking for it underground desert caves. might remember, or you should remember that in one of the previous clips I have talked about how the charms have been made unbreakable in the newer night levels, similar to how Elytra works in modern Minecraft. So I can show you that now. So I got the lucky coin, which has got depleted durability, and if I will try to mine some coal, I only get one piece of coal. That's because the lucky coin no longer takes effect, because if I had lucky coin I would get a few pieces of coal from a single coal ore, but now that it has depleted durability, I only get one coal because it no longer takes effect. This means that you no longer need to be careful with your charms that you got equipped, since they won't really break if you use them too much. So keep that in mind when you play 0.6, but remember that this isn't the case in 0.5. Anyway, as you can see, so far I've gathered a lot of materials. I actually have a lot more materials at home, since I had to go back home. Already had to go back home once to repair this lucky coin. Anyway, I still plan on mining some more, and so I'll show you how much stuff I get later. I'd say that in the end I ended up having quite a successful mining trip. If here in this chest I got the stuff I managed to collect during it. So I managed to collect almost 2 stacks of diamonds. I actually had to grab this because during my journey, while mining, so you could say that it's 1 diamond short of 2 stacks, and there is almost 2 stacks of coal, close to 2.5 stacks of iron blocks, or coal blocks, slightly over half a stack of gold blocks, roughly 2.5 stacks of copper blocks, plus some gems and these things, some ingots and coal. Anyway, the trip ended up being so long that I basically almost destroyed my enchanted pickaxe, so I'm gonna need to fix that, as I had to fix the lucky coin 2 times, and as you can see it's out of durability, so I'm going to have to fix it the 3rd time. Anyway, that's it for the mining trip, and I feel like that will be it for this episode, since it was long enough, I feel like. Anyway, in the next episode I would like to continue expanding my house. First I'm gonna need to finish this hallway, since it isn't finished yet. After that I'm gonna do this big hall. I plan on connecting this hallway to my new storage that I'm planning to build, since I've got these teleporters here, so that big hall will be used to travel to like my other bases, so I'm gonna need to connect it to this storage. I've got some rough plans for this storage already, so hopefully I'll be able to start working on it in the next episode, and I also have other plans for what I want to do, so you'll see in the next episode. So with that will be it for now.